Hey guys, so this is a reading on what is the gossip about you? What are people saying? So, we're using the Mystic Mondays Tarot and the Gods and Titans Oracle deck. So, I am going to shuffle these cards. Hopefully you guys can see. Yes. I'm going to shuffle the Gods and Titans Oracle deck to display 3 cards. And yeah, you can choose between the 3, so let's go. So you have Prometheus, guys. That's it. And he represents altruism. Oh, we had that in the last reading. Okay, we're still going to go with it. Odin represents guidance. And the green man in reverse, and he represents abundance. So Prometheus is pile number 1. In the background, guys, you might hear my dog. Pile number 2 is Odin. Pile number 3 is the green man in reverse. So I'm gonna go to pile number 1 and see what the gossip's about. See what everyone's saying. Well, it could be one person in particular, but either way, it's still gossip, right? Let's go. Okay. No, we're gonna have to. Okay, that's upright. We have the star. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords. Oh, okay. And we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So pile number 1. I feel like a lot of you were quite successful. Now that could be in school, that could be in career, so career-wise, in business. You guys have a strong work ethic. And that is the gossip about you. Which is, a good kind of gossip. Because people are like, yeah, pile number 1, they are about their business. They're making sure they work hard at school. And or they're making sure, that they're working hard at their business. Making sure their business is, afloat. Another rumor is that you guys are very ambitious. You guys always want to elevate in the business world, or you might want to maybe do extra degrees or, extra curriculum activities for school. Is just very ambitious energy. And this is what people are saying about you guys. But then there is there is a bit of a rumor how you guys put on this front that, they're doing well in with their business or their school or their work, but they have a lot of anxiety when it comes to doing well. So people might say that you guys feel like you have to do well, otherwise, how will you guys cope? I feel like people are saying that if you fail, you probably won't be able to show your face again. You wouldn't be able to deal with the embarrassment. Wow, some people are a bit weird. For some people, it could also be for some people that your success makes them feel a certain way. It gives them anxiety. It makes them feel like, so then what am I doing with my life? You basically, you make people look up to you in a business sense. You just have a lot of ambition, and a lot of people want to be like that, but they're just not. They just haven't found themselves yet. So you can come across as, I wouldn't say intimidating, but when people see you, you just make them really think about their life in a negative way, because they're not really doing, they don't have the same drive that you have, basically. And it makes them feel a certain way, negatively anyway. Some people say, well, since you've elevated in the business world, your career, you just don't have enough time for people anymore, and they would appreciate if you was more giving. If you gave, so you may be giving in the material sense, but people might be saying, well, maybe you can give. This person should give in an emotional sense, because they're not given enough time to hear other people's emotions and what they're going through. But that's interesting, because if you are a businessman or businesswoman, or you're focused on, your schoolwork, how are you going to have time to be there to listen to people's problems? So it's like people expect a lot of from you guys. And I feel like these same people that are saying, oh, you need to give them affection and attention when it comes to their needs. If you was actually doing that, you wouldn't be so focused on your business, and then they'd have something to say about that. So you would be given time and affection when it comes to emotions, but when it comes to business now, they will be like, oh, so what's going on with your business? What's going on with that? Don't you think you should improve on that? So when I'm saying these things, part number one, don't take on too much what people are saying. I know some of you are like, but I do give attention to people. I'm just a very hardworking person. I don't have time to do that 24/7. I understand that, but don't let people's opinion get to you if you are given time for them here and there. Does that make sense? So yeah. Some of you actually are quite giving in terms, so some of you maybe you're a bit like I don't want to say philanthropy. What's the word? Don't want to sound silly. Okay, so you guys could be giving a lot of your money to a charity, or you're helping out with a cause, and that's something that people are talking about. I don't want this to burn. Okay, we're just going to push it up here. Okay. So basically, you guys are very giving when it comes in the sense of, providing money for charities or doing something for a good cause. But even though you guys do this, it's like people still complain that you're not there for them emotionally. And I'm getting like you're there for people as a collective, but when it comes to one-on-one, it's like someone has a problem, basically, that you're just not there enough for them. So that sounds like a personal issue to me, but that is the gossip. So someone's going around saying this person, they've done well business wise, and now they've forgotten who they are. They're not even giving me any attention, and it's like they just don't really show their emotions anymore. Like, who do they think they are? Is that kind of energy. Some people are just like you don't really have time to talk to them anymore. Some people feel like whatever they want to say to you, you just wouldn't really listen. You wouldn't have time to really hear about it unless it had to do with money or business or school. There is a bit of, I really shouldn't say this is a rumor, but people are saying that you are very optimistic. Um, so some people might be saying, well, this person's done well in the business world and school world because they've remained optimistic even through hard times. Even though they've been through really, really hard times, they're still staying optimistic and, hoping that they do well. And because they thought like this, um, they've understood the law of attraction, and everything they've kind of wanted is coming to them slowly. So that's gossip going around. Um, Seeing if I get any more messages, guys. Okay, let me see what I get out of this oracle card. I feel like there's a rumor that you guys are very grounded. Um, so people people might have these. They might say stuff like, "Oh, you're not very emotional. You're not really there emotionally," but you are a very much grounded person. Um, and you self-reflect a lot. That is the gossip, that you self-reflect a lot, and could also be why you're very successful now. Some of you are probably like, I'm not even where I want to be at, but in other people's perspective, you're doing way better than them, or you're doing way better um, than you used to do. If that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I have for you, pal number one. Um, I wouldn't say okay. I mean, it wasn't juicy, but at least the rumors are pretty much that you're doing very well. Some people are jealous about it, and some people feel like you just don't give them emotions now. And personally speaking, but you do a lot for the community, or you do a lot when it comes to your business. You might be really nice with the other workers and help them as a whole. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what the gossip is about you, pal number one. But if you want a personal reading, you can check in the description below for my Etsy page. And yeah, like and subscribe. And I'm going to go to pile number two now. To be honest, I'll put that over here. Pile number two, this is if you chose Odin. Okay, let's go. you have death in reverse. Strength in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. Law of reversals. Oh, let's go. And the Two of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess reverse. So, pile number 2. Okay. So one rumor, guys, is that you guys just don't quit. You guys just keep on going. You search for the answers. You're like, yep, I'm going to do this. So if you guys are working on like a project, you guys pretty much, and even if it has a few obstacles or complications, you're like, okay, well, that doesn't mean we're going to stop here. We're going to carry on, and I'm going to find a way to improve my situation. I'm going to find a different strategy to get to where I need to get to. It doesn't have to end just because my initial idea wasn't working out, basically. So people see you as someone that doesn't quit. You keep going, which is, I mean, that's a really good, in terms of gossip, that's not a bad thing. It's quite good. You guys are very, very, what's the word? Let's just say you just don't quit. You just, nope. It could also be where a lot of people are saying that you're a very trustworthy individual, which is interesting because you don't really hear that when it comes to gossip. So when it comes to your advice, you give good advice. You're not going to say something to give someone else misfortune or to deceive them. You're a very straight up person. So people pretty much value your advice. And when people are like, oh, who do you think I should go to ask about this situation? A lot of people would say, maybe you should ask pile number 2. Because, they have very good insight. I go to them, they give me good advice. It's helped me. So maybe you should go to them for advice as well. People feel like you lay your cards on the table, but not in a stupid way or in a reckless way. It's pretty much you've said what you've said and you've meant it. And you haven't left any subliminals. You're very clear with what you said. And that's just how you feel. And these are the facts. And if you don't like it, then that's your business. If you don't like it, then go and find someone else to stroke your ego or to tell you rubbish, because pile number 2 is not going to tell you rubbish. They're going to keep it real with you. And that is the gossip about you too, which is good. I respect that, pile number 2. Come on, this is what we love to see. This is what we love to hear. Okay, people are saying it's hard to tame you. So, okay, I'm definitely going to take this out now. Is it out? We're going to take it out now. It's getting a bit short. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, people are saying, well, yeah, it's really hard to tame pile number 2 because they're pretty much their own pillar. They pretty much have an indestructible personality where you can't really do that to them. So, I mean, that's cool. That means what's going around is no one can bully you guys, which is great, right? No one can try to dominate you, which is really good, right? We love to hear that. People could also say that you're in two minds about things. Now, it's not that you're indecisive, it's that if someone comes to you with information, you pretty much have to think on it. So if someone asks you to do something, you're pretty much like, I will think about it. I will get back to you later. Let me think about that. You don't give them a definite answer straight away because you like to weigh out the pros and cons of doing something and whether it's necessary or not. So there's gossip there. For some people will say that some people basically say that you multitask. So you're able to do two things at once, three things at once, four things at once. You can multitask very well. So there might be this, and you guys probably can. But if you're sitting there like, what? I can't. No, I don't know who told them I can multitask. I cannot. Well, it's just you know. It's just you've obviously given the impression that you can, or you actually can, and you don't realize. So you're basically able to multitask in a good way. You're able to manage, and that is the gossip about you too. So if I was to look more deeper into the oracle deck, sorry guys, I'm clairvoyant, so when it comes to oracle deck, I don't just take the reading from the book. I actually see if I can see any messages. um okay, so you guys are quite, a rumor going around is that you guys are very logical. So if someone came to you, and to be fair, there's no cups in this reading, and Odin's not necessarily an emotional guy. Forgive me if I'm wrong for all those that are very um, have good knowledge on Greek mythology and that. I'm pretty sure Odin's Greek mythology. If he's not, I'm sorry. I don't mean to embarrass you guys, but it's like you guys are just very logical people. So if someone comes to you with an emotional issue, you guys will try to find a solution to the problem rather than to sit there and listen to them like cry about something. You're pretty much like, okay, so what's the solution? Okay, so how do we move forward? You're very much a problem solver, and that's the rumor going on. Yeah, you guys are a very logical person. Sorry, my camera cut off again. Uh, um, I'm also getting a feeling that you guys are very intuitive. A lot of you could be clairaudient, which is where you might hear things, you might get information randomly in your head. But when you're clairaudient, you literally can hear information that we say is from spirit, right? But some people that aren't really aware of the spiritual world and that, they pretty much, things just come up in their head like ideas, but it is in the form of like a voice in their head. So some people may feel that you just have high intuition, and you just get thoughts very quickly out of nowhere. And that's the gossip about you. Like, oh, pile number two, they just get thoughts out of nowhere. Like if you ask them, they're just like, oh, I got an answer. I know instantly what you should do. Boom. I feel that another form of gossip is that you're quite creative. That's pretty good. You guys are very creative, and with your creativity, you basically move forward. You're not hesitant. Oh, to some people, it could seem that you're quite disinterested in what they have to say sometimes. Um, like they're talking to you and it can come across like you're sleeping, you're bored. So that's for some of you. But yeah, pile number 2, that's all I'm getting really. If you want a personal reading, you can visit my Etsy page. If you like this reading, like and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Pile number 2. But now we're going to go to pile number 3. So if you chose the green man, which represents abundance, but the card's reversed. Let's go. Oh, okay. The 6 of Pentacles reversed. The Princess of Cups. Oh. The King of Cups reversed. I'm not taking that. That didn't feel right. Sorry, guys. Next one. Oh, okay. The Princess of Pentacles reversed. Okay, I have a feeling this one's going to be a bit rude. I'm so sorry, pile number 3. I get the feeling already. But let's go. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit. So, pile number 3. What I'm getting is some people might be saying that you're quite misfortunate. So this could be in terms of money, and or in terms of relationships with people. You just haven't had much luck in that department. And some people might also be saying that you have quite a mindset of lack, a mentality of lack, where you don't have much. And they may be saying, well, this person, they're just always quite negative. Like they always think that they don't have enough of this and enough of that. And it's just, it's a bit sad because they're basically attracting lack because they keep speaking about lack. They're not speaking about what they want. And what they can get is pretty much, I have nothing, cry. So this is gossip. I'm so sorry if that was hurtful, pile number 3, but we got to keep it real out here. I'm not saying that's how you are, but this is the gossip. This is what you click to see, what you click to hear. So yeah. Some people might be saying, well, the reason that you probably aren't that abundant is because you're not very generous in the first place. That, and there's a group of you that are generous, but you're generous to the wrong people, and you're giving, but they're not giving you back the same energy. There's no reciprocity. So you have lack because you're not forming connections with people that will give you what you deserve. You're forming connections with people that just basically use you. And this is some gossip that's going around. Some people might be saying, well, this person can't go out because they don't have like enough money. So yeah, that was for some of you. Okay, that was random. There's some of you where people are basically saying you can't basically get in a relationship because you don't have enough money to take out a partner in the first place. So that's why you wouldn't really be in one. Or if you are in one, people are basically saying how when you don't have money to maintain that person. I know that was rude. I'm so sorry, but that was a message I was picking up. Um, okay. So I feel like majority of you aren't selfish people, but you're with selfish people, or you're surrounded by selfish people, and the gossip is you don't see that, and this is an issue, basically. Um, so people say that you're quite loving, and you're not loving in a deep sense. You're loving in a playful sense. Um, you're very quick to say sorry. That's for some of you. You're quite quick to say, okay, let's mend the situation. I don't really want to be in any problems. I don't want any friction between us. Let's just patch up things. So you take your connections seriously in terms of you don't want any awkwardness or conflict. So that's some gossip that's going on about you guys. Some of you, they feel like some of you can be quite emotionally manipulative, and some people might be saying this person's a bit emotionally manipulative, so that's why things might not be working out for them that well, because basically that's the law of karma. If you're not that affectionate, or you're not, or you're trying to manipulate someone for your gain, then you're not going to receive any good karma by doing so. So that's for some of you. Take what resonates. And then there's some of you where, again, you're just extra loving, but there's no maturity to your love. So it's like you'll give love, but you was not skeptical. Is that the right word? Or vigilant of the people that you're giving this love to. I know I kind of said that previously, but this is something that's going around about you. So yeah. Some people might be saying also that this is a small percentage of you. Some of you are just emotionally cut off. You're not capable of giving deep love to people, so how can you expect that back? Ouch. But yeah, that was a message for someone. Okay, guys, please don't take offense. For some people, feel like you're just a bit slow. Oh my gosh, can't believe I said that. Some of you are just a bit dumb. I'm not saying this. This is the gossip. Sorry, guys. But also, if I'm going to say this in a nice way, if we're going to keep it cute, they could basically be saying that you don't want to find out information to improve your life. You don't want to find out information to gain abundance in your life. And apparently this is why your life is the way it is. People are part number 3. People are just rude to you. Like, this is just rude. But at least they're saying that you're a nice person. But they're basically saying that your energy is just going to the wrong places. And you're not really trying to find out information to get to a better place. Let me see if I see any messages in the oracle card. Okay, so a lot of you aren't really going with your intuition. That is some gossip that's out there, that you don't, if you have a feeling that something is wrong or something isn't right, you ignore it and then you get yourself in problems. So this is what some people are saying. Yeah, okay. And again, green represents, love and nurturing, and you guys are that, but as I said, it's to the wrong people. It's just not working out for you because it's given to the wrong person. And some of you, your heart chakra is blocked. So as I said, there's a group of you that are just really, really loving to the wrong people. And then there's a group of you that just are emotionally cut off, probably because you've been through something really bad. Like you've gone through a really bad experience when it comes to love and friendships. So you've probably just said, yes, I'm just emotionally cut off. Like I'm not having anyone manipulate me or take the mickey out of me again. But because you have this energy, you're just going to attract people that won't give you any love or any support or nurture you, because you're not really giving that out there, are you? So this is gossip. That how can you expect to find love or gain money when you just think the worst of people right now? You're closed off and you're not actually trying to find ways to make money. You're just crying. So that's some gossip. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. Some of you, some people are basically saying that every time they see you, you just look sad. Um, but they won't say that to your face. They'll say it behind your back, like to their friends. Like, oh my gosh, see pile number 3. Every time I see them, they're just sad. Like I don't know what's going on. Um, yep. Some people are saying, oh, like how does how does how will pile number 3 evolve as a person? I don't even know. People are actually questioning, how will you evolve with your mindset, basically. Oh, some of you, it could also be a thing where the gossip is, if someone wants to help you, you're quick to say, no, I got it. I don't need help. I'm fine. I got this. And people are like, there's no point offering help to pile number 3, because they'll basically just tell you no, they got it, and they know damn well they ain't got nothing. So I know that was rude of me to say, guys, but that's the gossip I'm feeling. Like they're saying pile 3 knows damn well they can't manage, and they won't accept help when help is being, given to them. So that's the message there. That's pretty much all I can see. Pile number 3. Oh wait, the hermit. So another thing is that you guys purposely isolate yourself. So people might say, well, I mean, I've invited pile number 3 to go out, and they've just said no, they wouldn't be alone. No, they no, they're fine. They don't want to come out. So you'll come across as quite self-isolating. People might say that you're a bit of a loner. So while you guys might like to be alone because of trauma, or 2 because you're trying to understand yourself and trying to understand why your life might be a certain way, people are more viewing it like you're just purposely isolating yourself. You're just doing up woe is me, when that might not actually be the case. But again, this is their perspective. It might not actually be reality. So yeah, pile number 3, this is what I've got. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, you can visit my Etsy page in the description below. And I will talk to you guys later.